I'm caught in the zone. My pulse flows to the tempo. Can't stop 'cause I've never felt so alive. Feels like some kind of rush. Yeah, yeah, so good. Wanna show you how I feel. Can't get enough. Turn it up. Feels like some kind of rush. Yeah, yeah, so good. Wanna show you how I feel. Can't get enough. So turn it up. What feeling is this? A desirable bliss. Gives me butterflies. Feels like my first kiss. I need this feeling to heal my belief in the moment. My pulse flows to the tempo. Can't stop 'cause I've never felt so alive. Feels like some kind of rush. Yeah, yeah, so good. Wanna show you how I feel. Can't get enough. Turn it up. Feels like some kind of rush. Yeah, yeah, so good. Wanna show you how I feel. Can't get enough. So turn it up. Some kind of rush. Can't get enough. So turn it up. Feels like some kind of rush. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So good to me. Wanna show you how I feel. Can't get enough. Turn it up. Feels like some kind of rush. Yeah, yeah, so good. Wanna show you how I feel. Can't get enough. So turn it up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 21st Australian New Zealand Vendor Show here at the Gold Coast. I would also like to welcome here tonight, we've got a couple of special international guests. I can't see a thing up here, the lights are full on in my eyes. Down here we have Dan DiMatteo, who is the company's Vice Chairman and Chief Operating Officer, who's joined us here tonight from the US. And from Germany, we have Frank Porschak, the company's International Finance Director. Okay, so they've travelled a long way. They've travelled a long way to be with us here on this special night, so there needs to be a few rules. I'd like you all to be on your best behaviour. So, no heavy drinking. No excessive swearing. No breaking up of hotel rooms. No letting off of fire extinguishers. No trips home with the local constabulary. You know who I'm talking to, Andrew Thompson? Now, as a general rule, I want you to think to yourself, would Michael Stocker do this? And if the answer is yes, then you should definitely not do it. Okay, can I just get a little light here, please? Okay. Now, it wouldn't be a vendor show if we didn't talk a little bit about sport, would it? Now, I thought I'd start with a bit of local flavour. The Victorians finally won some stuff. This is for you, Nick. For 7 years, people have been telling me Victoria, the home of sport. And every year, Sydney, Brisbane, everybody else wins stuff. But finally, the Victorians. But you know I'm not here to talk about rugby league or AFL. We got the next slide? There for a while until the Australian video referee got involved. That foot was 3 foot inside the line. No, I was going to show the entire replay of the England versus Australia game. But as England lost the final to South Africa, you're going to get off. I've got 4 more years to remind you that. And luckily, I don't think there are too many South Africans working for us, because if they are, they're going to be terminated. Okay, but I can't let the Rugby World Cup without talking a little bit. Where are the Kiwis? The All Blacks. Sorry, a bit of French fry caught my throat. All right, as we're not going to show the England-Australia game, I do have some highlights from the World Cup. Trent, can you roll the DVD? Okay, it's the Olympics next year, and we all know Tasmania wins more gold medals than Great Britain, so I figure you'll get your own back. Okay, on with the show. The format of the show tonight is similar to the May show, so different to the previous shows. Today, all your store managers underwent some training with your field teams. Did you all enjoy that? Yeah, I don't think it's ever been more important to hire good people and train them well. It's never going to be as important as this Christmas, because if you don't have the right teams on the ground this Christmas, then you're going to struggle. So it looked like you're all taking that on board, which is great, and I hope to see that all happening in the stores when you return to your stores. Now, as ever, that training program was developed by Brad Slugger Harker and his field team. So can we have a big thank you for the field team? Later tonight we'll be recognising the long service people with the company as per usual. This year it's a little bit different, because for the first time ever we'll have some 10-year service awards. And then later on tonight we'll be awarding the field awards for those of you who have excelled over the last 6 months. Tomorrow and Friday we hand the show over to our vendor partners and our merchandising team. And you get to have a look at some great games, and there are some truly great games coming out between now and Christmas. If there's one thing that looking back at the last 10 years has really illustrated, it's just how far software has moved on in that 10 years. And you are going to be truly astounded with some of the stuff you see over the next couple of days. And then tomorrow night we're going to do the Halloween party. I hope you've all got your costumes. I was going to come as an English player with Wallaby's Nightmare. but they wouldn't let me. Okay, the other thing about tomorrow night is all the vendors will be there, and I think that'll be a great opportunity for you to have a chat with them about their product over a beer or two in a relaxed atmosphere. Right, first up we're going to do the 5-year awards, of which this year there's 20, or this show there are 20. I think there's about another 15 in our ASNs and casuals, who of course are not here tonight. But we have 20 in our management team alone. All these people joined the company between May 02 and December 02, which means that these people have been with the company for exactly 50% of the time, and from now on that percentage will increase. So work that out when you're not drinking. Is Andrew Thompson here? So, Andrew, could you come up and just give us a hand, because there's quite a lot of them. Everyone knows Andrew Thompson, our finance director? I'm going to read the names out, and if everybody could come up at the same time, just to speed things up a little, because we have so many. First up, we have Jason Jordan, area manager. Kylie Cornish, store manager from Adelaide. Lee Parry from the marketing at head office. Kane Kowalski from our Rockhampton store. Vaneth Kong from Melbourne. Mark Allen from Werribee. Greg Grigson from Tweed City. Neil Cooper from Kawana. Caroline Whitkey, field manager from Melbourne. Brock Johnson from our distribution centre. Craig Wallow from Toowoomba. David Fielder from High Point. Jason Perry from Broadmeadows. Paul Stevens from Knox. Shane Anderson from Burwood. David Miller Heike, area manager from Brisbane. John Pettinger, district manager, from Adelaide. Kimberly Green, assistant buyer at the head office. Carl Pearson, district manager in New Zealand. And Yana Willis, store manager from Chartwell in New Zealand. Everyone come up. applause for everybody, please. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, 10 years is a very long time. So you may not all remember what occurred over those 10 years. So we're going to show a short DVD now. It's not 10 years long, but it might be close to. No, I'm going to show you a short DVD. Then I'm going to come back and we'll do some more awards. Thank you.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.
About me, it isn't fair. I've had enough now.
Thousands of game enthusiasts
turned out across the country last night to get hold of the super gadget.
Microsoft's Xbox 360.
Well, nothing seems to be able to stop this launch. We've seen thousands of people come out tonight, even during the rain.
I'm just going to race in there and get home as quick as I can. Yeah.
My boss, I said to him, can I have a couple of days off? He said, what's it for? Getting the Xbox. He goes, go for it, man. So he gave me the days off and everyone in the office is jealous.
The midnight release of the latest Xbox.
I'll be playing the Xbox tonight, no sleep tonight.
We just want our Xbox, you know. It's a crazy party out here.
We think this is without doubt the biggest consumer electronics launch in Australian history.
This is awesome.
It really is more than a games console, it's an entire entertainment machine.
Just want to go home and get into it.
Here it is. Day off tomorrow, all day work. What's work? We'll play Xbox.
Stand under my umbrella, ella, ella, under my.
You enjoy that, obviously. After listening to that music, does it make you glad you work in the games industry? I'd just like to thank a couple of people who put in a tremendous amount of work putting that DVD together. Deborah from the marketing department and an awful lot of work from Trent in the buying department. We want a big thank you for that. We've come a long way in 10 years from when we opened that first store in Miranda. We've always had the same central ethos for the entire 10 years, which was essentially one customer at a time. The difference is now that on an average week we serve 100,000 customers across Australia and New Zealand. And this December we think we will serve 1 million customers in the month of December. Can we just put the lights up a tiny bit, please? Okay, throughout the 10 years, we've had 9 individuals that started work with us in 1997. So these 9 individuals will be the first recipients of our 10-year awards, of which I hope there'll be many. The interesting thing about these 9 is that 5 are from the field, 3 are from the home office and 1 from the distribution centre. So not only does the experience run extremely deep, but it also runs extremely wide across all of the company, which is excellent. So, first off, drum roll please, we have Valerie Kong. Valerie joined EB as our receptionist in 1997 and is now obviously our marketing manager and does a terrific job. And she was a great receptionist. So, Andrew Thompson. Andrew joined EB in 1997 as our financial controller and part-time DC worker, and is now obviously our financial director. Tom Golovodowski. Tom joined EB as the store manager of our third store, which was MacArthur, and is now obviously operations manager in Sydney and South Australia. Okay, Darren Bowles. Darren joined EB in '97 as our Knox manager, which is interesting because Knox didn't open until 2002. But after seeing the video, I know what you were doing for those 5 years now. Darren is obviously district manager in Melbourne. Michael Stocker. Michael joined EB as manager of our second store, Tadera, and is now operations manager for, and it's a list, Country New South Wales, Canberra and New Zealand, and anything else that he can get his hands on. Okay, yes. We've got Elliot Gillard. Elliot joined as assistant manager in Parramatta and is now district manager in Sydney. Paul Stevenson. Paul joined as assistant manager of our 12th store, Doncaster, and that is now manager of our Cranbourne store in Melbourne. Chris Bonney. Chris joined as assistant manager of our 7th store, Marion, in Adelaide, and is now manager of corporate information systems at the head office. And last but definitely not least, Andrew McDonald. Andrew joined us in '97 in the distribution centre as a casual and is now our distribution director. That's one of the more pleasurable things I've done, I have to say. Can we have a big round of applause for everyone? Thanks a lot, guys. I look forward to the next 10 years. Okay, those of you who know me know that after my family I have two great passions. The first is sport. Through good or ill, mainly ill, I'm a passionate England supporter. I support the cricket, the rugby, the soccer, and all those other games we lose at. But the reason I support England was I was born that way. But the reason I support and follow the team games was because I love the way that the teams work together, the way that the teams work literally as a team to achieve the greatest goal that they possibly can. It's the ultimate in the whole being greater than the sum of the parts. And I'm a competitive individual, and the other thing about team sports, of course, is they want to win and they're striving to win. My second great passion, and this is where I'm seriously deviant, is us, and all of you, EB Games. I mean, we are another great team, and we are another great team where everybody works together to achieve more than the sum of the parts, and has, it must be said, considerably more success than the England team. And I know that's because it's all Aussies and Kiwis. I just want to take a minute to relay a couple of stories. The first is from Nick Hermans, and I'm pretty much going to rip this off verbatim because it's a great story. To give you the background, when Halo 3 launched, we had a couple of logistical problems in some areas. First off, Adelaide didn't get all of their inventory prior to the midnight launch. And the second problem we had was in Hobart. Have you got that picture? This is the Myer store in Hobart. I don't expect anyone to shed a tear for the Myer store. But our store is pretty much under there. Our Hobart CBD store is in a mall, which is pretty much under that. So a little touch and go for the midnight launch there in Hobart. So what did we do? Well, first off, in Adelaide, and I'll read this pretty much verbatim. Our team somehow, outside of business hours, got stock from Melbourne into every South Australian store, including Whyalla. Now, Whyalla, if you look on any map, is officially designated as the middle of nowhere. They got it into all stores in under 6 hours in time for the midnight launch, and in fact, in the Whyalla case, they got it in literally with 5 minutes to spare. With Hobart, the town with the fire, our team, with half a day's notice, provided a seamless launch event at another one of the Hobart stores for 140 Halo customers who would otherwise have had no opportunity to collect their pre-orders due to the fire. Now, both problems were solved by the DC, IT, allocation, field, and store managers all working together. In both instances, did not one person say, "It's too hard, there's nothing I can do"? Each and every person involved was simply committed to doing their best for our customers. In both instances, our customers were totally unaware of the extraordinary lengths to which our people went to meet their expectations. What is probably even more amazing is that I think few of the people involved, if you were to ask them, would have given it a second thought. It was an outstanding piece of work. It was an extraordinary dedication to customer service. It's a level of service that other companies strive for, that we provide almost as routine. As Nick said, customer-centric culture, anyone? As a postscript to that story, I think the Hobart store that was under that fire was up and running in a little over a week and is trading normally now, yeah? Excellent. Okay, the second story, and it was almost a throwaway line actually, from Nina Rin in our head office. Nina is currently studying at university to become even more super intelligent. As if she wasn't intelligent enough already. And she made an interesting comment one day. She said that attending university had really helped her appreciate working at EB. And of course I took that to mean, working with all us educated, cultured individuals. But she said no, surprisingly not. The reason it helped her appreciate EB was she said that she had to do a lot of group work at university, and she was constantly frustrated by people in the group letting the team down. She said that just never occurred at EB, and so it didn't really cross her mind. No one at EB ever lets the team down. Now, although that was a throwaway comment, I think that pretty much sums up the last 10 years for us at EB. We're the company that gets it done. In 10 years, we've never had a down year, never had a reorganisation year, never had a year where we had to sit back and think, oh, what are we going to do now? In 10 years, we have never had less than 10% annual growth as a company in Australia and New Zealand. For 8 of those 10 years, we've had over 20% annual growth. We have done that because we have great people, and more importantly, you make up a great team. So we have 10 years of success. What about 07? I said at the start of this year there would be 3 threats to our business. People remember what they were? Exactly. Complacency, complacency, complacency. I should have been speaking to the All Blacks and the Wallabies, I guess. But luckily I was speaking to EB, and there was certainly no complacency in us as a company. So far, this year, we've continued to drive huge market shares. PSP, the new PSP that just launched, yet again we took over 50% market share. As we have done with many of the other new releases through that period. You realise and you feel every day just exactly how busy your stores are. We continue to innovate. I mean, the 2 obvious ones this year are the web and the vision stores, but there have been many. Tomorrow and over the next couple of days, you're going to see yet more initiatives. The Phil team will be launching a new gift card program, which I think you're going to be really excited about. This year we have opened, or will open, 60 stores, creating more jobs and more opportunities. We have made 15 film promotions this year, and since the last show we've promoted, can these guys just stand up? We've promoted Michael O'Keefe to Operations Manager. Adrian Christ to Territory Manager. John Pettinger to District Manager. Jason Matusik to District Manager. Martin Murtaugh to District Manager. Grant Crosdale to District Manager. David Miller-Heike to Area Manager. Narelle Quillen to Area Manager. And Paul Stevens to Area Manager. Thanks a lot, everyone. We've created 13 more jobs at head office. 7 of those roles were filled from people from the stores and the distribution centre, which interestingly now means that exactly 50% of our staff at head office started with EB in either the field or the distribution centre. And that's them all listed there. I'm not going to read them all. Okay. All these movements and promotions have created yet more opportunities. A great many of you here today started as either casuals or assistant managers in stores. And as we continue to grow and as we continue to open stores, it's going to create yet more opportunities. We said at the beginning of this year that by 2012 we would open 400 stores. which was yet another one of my wrong predictions, along with England would win the Ashes and the World Cup. We will open 400 stores long before 2012. As ever, I make this commitment to you that I make at every show, that as we continue to open stores, as we continue to create more opportunities and more opportunities for promotion, we will always look, wherever possible, to promote internally, always. We have had an incredibly successful 10 years, but as the saying goes, you haven't seen anything yet. You've seen the success of the PS2 and the Xbox. In fact, many of you have probably lived and worked through the success of the PS2 and the Xbox. But what worldwide analysts pretty much agree is that the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 will be bigger. They're only at the start of their life cycles now, but by the time the dust is settled, this generation will be bigger than the last. By the time you add the Nintendo Wii and the DS, bringing in both younger and older customers and a more mass market customer, then you add the ongoing rejuvenation of PlayStation 2 and PC, neither a format which refuses to die and continues to create great sales. And we even now have the PSP back with the new Slim and Light, and that's now achieving great sales. And then when you lay pre-owned over the top of all of that, times are great indeed, and they're only going to get better over the years. This is going to be a huge Christmas, guys. We are already the market leaders by some considerable distance. EB is synonymous with games retailing in Australia. If you say EB now, and I've certainly noticed this to change, if you say EB now, people know that you're talking about games retailing. That's what it means. You even see that our competitors are using our brands and our names. You see Trade and Save, you see pre-owned, pre-orders, game guarantees. Some of our competitors even use EB in their catalogs. I mean, how flattering is that? We are the biggest, and we've been around for 10 years. But you don't stay the biggest, and you don't stay as strong as we are by just being big. You stay as good as we are by being the best. We must continue to strive every day to be the best at what we do. To use another sporting analogy, of which you know I'm so fond, I believe in this room that we have the right mix of youth and experience to have a winning team for many years to come. And I believe, although we've had a great and glorious history for 10 years, our future will dwarf that history. Thank you, guys. Good night.
Inferior to what you have in terms of tenure of store managers. But I will tell you that I know, we're facing expansion issues in the distribution center and office, etc. Your performance deserves our support, and we will continue supporting you with the infrastructure. I will make a personal guarantee to you that we'll continue. You keep performing like you're performing, you will get the capital you need to continue to expand and develop this company. I guarantee you. As I told some people, we have an election coming up next year in the United States. And personally, I'm not a fan of Hillary Clinton. I mean, it's nothing against women, but it's just against Hillary, okay? All right. And so I joke to people that if Hillary gets elected in the United States, I'm moving to Australia. Because I don't want to see her on TV every day. I just won't be able to stand it. So Steve is going to have to carve out a little corner in his office for me to sit for 4 years, because she'll be out after 4 years. But for 4 years, he's going to have to carve a little corner for me. In any case, I'm going to be with you tomorrow at the training. I look forward to that. As a matter of fact, I brought my wife down. We spent a nice long weekend in Sydney. We're enjoying Australia. I've been here before. As a matter of fact, back in the early 80s, I actually worked for about a month in Melbourne. I kept trying to get the guys from Melbourne on the weekends that I worked with. I was working with the Meyer Emporium Group at that time. And not with Meyer, but with a joint venture. It's a long story. But I kept trying to get them to take me to Sydney, and they would never take me to Sydney. It seems like the regionalization here. They said, you don't want to go to Sydney. There's nothing to see in Sydney. But in any case, I look forward tomorrow to spend with you in the vendor training. I'll be going back on Saturday morning. I have to get back to Dallas, where everybody carries a gun and rides a horse. I'm teasing, they really don't. But that's the image I know we have to project. Just like everybody down here has to wrestle a crocodile, right? But anyhow, look forward to it, and thank you very much. Right?
Okay, everyone, dinner will be served right now. I know you're hungry. So dinner's coming out, and in about 3 or 4 minutes, while you're eating dinner, we will announce the Silver and Bronze Awards for KPI achievement. So stay tuned. Thank you. This Bronze Award, for each of you, to each person that earns it, represents the 3rd place in each clan. But without further ado, we will announce these winners now. So if you can come forward, Mr. Michael Stocker and Paul Crabtree. Yup, Stevens, thank you.
You're from New Zealand, aren't you, Paul?
That's right, Michael.
Hey, bro.
How are you? Kia ora.
I hear they're making a new movie about a sheep.
Yeah, mate, it's called Black Sheep. But you know us Kiwis, any movies about sheep is a forbidden love story. Not like those 3 Pirates of the Caribbean. Arrgh.
We're announcing tonight the bronze winners, as Brad said, for the KPI Awards for this vendor show. Are we staying here? Okay, we'll start tonight with the Field Manager Bronze Awards for this vendor show.
Congratulations to Damien Mellon from Dunedin. John Pettinger.
That was John Pettinger from South Australia. Thomas Magliardi from Tasmania. And Brett Lation from Queensland.
The Store Manager Bronze KPI Awards go to John Pettinger.
John gets 2.
Yeah.
Michael Ingham.
Joshua Newman.
Emma Ewing. Kevin Sturjowski.
Michael Reed from Invercargill.
Benjamin Cannon.
Eric Carnegie from Palmerston North.
Ben Hales.
Luke Griffiths.
Shane Fernandez.
Jamie Beaumont.
Katrina McLean.
Yvette Helen.
Max Drinkwater.
Max Ranikohi from Tauranga.
Simon War.
And Ryan Piper.
without further ado, we're going to announce the Silver Award winners. These winners are awarded for KPI excellence and come second place in each clan throughout Australia and New Zealand. So could I please bring forth the illustrious Britt McGuinness and Tom Golodowski.
How many times have I stepped on the dress? I keep stepping on a dress. It's a lovely dress, by the way, and it looks magnificent on Britt.
Thank you, Tom. I got it in my new hometown of Sydney.
Well, that's funny. I'm from Sydney and I had to hire this one from Brisbane. So.
We're here tonight to announce the Silver KPI Awards. Field Managers Awards.
Matt Gelotti. And the Silver Awards.
The store managers.
Emma Poe.
Daniel Tosh.
Luke Osborne.
Andrew Lortz.
Brad Baker.
Matt Patch.
Grant Noy.
Diego Spies.
Ryan Oddie.
Rob Holsbrook.
James Taylor.
Daniel Trevenachik.
Daniel Collier.
Clayton Keller.
Lee Warlow.
Deb Stratford.
Scott Burgess.
And Scott Henry. Congratulations to all those award winners.
On behalf of the company, I would like to thank the award winners tonight for bronze and silver achievement. Congratulations. Okay, we're still getting awards. Now, the assistant managers will all be receiving their silver and bronze badges as well. If for some reason you don't have your assistant manager's badge to go with their award, please email Jennifer Collier, in the property department. Yay, Jen! She's only pumping out 30 stores in the next 4 weeks. She's coping with it extremely well, though. Okay, I'd also like to thank our ops team, my illustrious ops leaders, for presenting the awards. Don't they look spectacular? Thank you very much, guys. Okay, I thought it would be appropriate, since you're all seated, for me to give my speech for the evening. All right. Change is good, embrace change. Now, last Sunday, I encountered an experience in a ring for the first time ever. And as you all know, I received this on my eye, a big black eye. I say embrace change. Change is good. And I originally started Taekwondo because I thought, hey, I need to get fit, I need to keep being fit. It'll be good for me. I never really thought about the consequences of going into a ring originally. But let me tell you, I learnt a hell of a lot on that day when I was put into the ring. I received a back kick into my eye. I got straight back up and I bashed the living daylights out of this other fella. But unfortunately, I lost. I was a bit like a bull in a china shop without any direction or skill. You could say I had a lot of will, but definitely no skill. But it's interesting because I was placed in a position, in a situation in which I suddenly wanted to change the status quo. And the status quo at the time of me being placed in the ring was that I hadn't done all my training, I hadn't turned up to all of my training seminars with my coach, master. I found it very difficult to be disciplined when I go from an environment where I'm giving instructions on a daily basis to have to say yes sir, no sir, and to follow direction 100% from a 24-year-old coach. And it was a bit hard for me to swallow, but suddenly I realised the moment I received my black eye is that I needed to change, and I needed to embrace change in order to change the status quo. And when I think of EB Games, I think that for the last 10 years, in a similar way, we have received black eyes from time to time. We've been put in the ring. We have come out and we have had fights. And those black eyes have put us in a situation too, where we've been more willing and wanting to change. Our desire has been to want to embrace change. And when I think of this, I think of two clear examples. One, just 2 years ago, EB Games received a black eye one year in which we received our first negative comp year in our history ever. It was a bit of a black eye, but we were all in this room placed in the position to receive that black eye, but want and have the desire to change the status quo of that year. So I think and I believe you all remember that what emerged from that black eye was a victorious vision, which is encapsulated in just two words: pre-owned and people. Do you remember the vision? I was speaking to Matt Gelotti. Where is he? Stand up, Matt. And he commented, he said to me, the change for him in EB Games history was being able to take that victorious vision to his people and let them know that they no longer had to work every single Saturday of their EB lives. We changed. We were willing to change and accept different conditions, workplace conditions, as a result of that vision. And then I think of the second scenario, which was 5 years ago, in which we were comping negative. We were receiving a black eye that year, back in 2003, I remember. And we innovated and created something because we had a desire to want to change that status quo. And that change was, of course, the sale. Something I had to bring up with you all. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring up the sale is because this image changed the way we looked at ourselves as a company forever. And it changed the way car customers look at us. Fathers, mothers, grandfathers, grandmothers, children, young and old, from this date forward, learnt of the brand EB Games. This change perpetuated the brand into the mass market in a much bigger and far greater way than we had ever anticipated. And from that day forward, we recognised change, not just for ourselves, but for our customers and the way they perceived us. And I would have to agree it is an absolutely outrageous experience setting up a sale, is it not? I mean, it's outrageous. I mean, we do piss off the landlords, but who gives a damn? Think of the old motto, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you even think for 1 second, if we had lived by this motto, that we would be here today in this room celebrating success? I say no. We haven't lived by it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're a culture of change. We have changed over the last 10 years. And we have grown in a world that demands fast pace, more competition, in a world that has more hazards, more opportunity. We're put in a position in which we need to change, and we need to embrace change so that we can combat the hazards, combat the competition, and seize the opportunity. So what has change meant to each and every one of you in this room? Well, I asked just several people what change meant to them in EB's history. And I know that Nancy, and I've seen her sitting down the front here, where is she? Stand up, Nancy. For Nancy, it was in the early days, setting up the systems. And I hope you can all remember that in the early days it was very systematic. And what that allowed, it allowed us to change our store numbers very rapidly. The systems we put in place allowed growth, and very rapid growth. When I asked Michael O'Keefe, who I know is down the front here, about change and what it meant to him in EB Games, he said change is good. Embrace change. He said, do you know what? When we have an idea, we don't leave it sitting on the shelf. He said, one thing I notice is that we take that idea and we run with it. And he used EB Ethos as one of those examples of an idea in which all of us have taken and ran with and achieved. And I asked Paul McDonald, can I have the DCs rise in the back there? Stand up. Now I know Paul just got, hang on, Paul, are you there? Now Macca, Andrew, his brother, got married only just 3-4 weeks ago. Congratulations. And when I spoke to Paul, because Andrew was away, Paul said change to him, recognising change in EB Games, was the fact that he noticed that we don't sit on promotions anymore. And I hope that you recognise this as well. And I was amazed that he noticed this himself, because in the DC they promote people actively and promptly now. And he also is recognised in the field and in the home office. There are more active and speedier promotions. We don't sit around twiddling our thumbs, when are we going to promote people? We actively do it quickly. And as a result, Paul and Macca and all the DC feel more supported. Also, I want to recognise the Reclamation Centre. We have a photograph of that. This photograph is a clear example of change. Embrace change. Change is good. But what's interesting is that the DC didn't wait to get in the ring and receive the black eye, like I did last Sunday. They had the vision to see that possibly, with demand, a black eye could occur in the DC. With that vision, and without having to wait to get the black eye, they put in place within 12 months from the decision of making it, from the decision to implementation, pick to light. And we congratulate you for that result. Thank you. I hope that these examples of change tonight will mean something to each and every one of you. The first thing I want to illustrate is that you don't have to wait to receive necessarily a black eye in order to feel like you want to change the status quo. I know I did, because it happens and I couldn't get out of it. It happens from time to time to us. But when you're having success, there's nothing wrong with change. Change is good. Embrace change. I want you to also recognise that, as Steve mentioned tonight, it takes group work in order to achieve change. In large organisations, it is absolutely impossible to do it alone. I know that Chris Bonney, for years, was touting the intranet. It's fantastic. But he was waving his flag on his own. And it wasn't until the group got together, the field and home office, until they could recognise actually the value together as a group, and the value of change, and the value of changing the status quo of the old directive into the EB intranet. I also want to illustrate fear of change just briefly. Some people fear receiving a black eye. Therefore, they also fear change. It's common to be resistant to change. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the unexpected. Perhaps you've had a bad change experience. Be aware, if you fall into this category, it can lead to complacency. And we are not a culture of complacency. It is also true that some things remain unchanged. EB stores will always have slap wall. You will always love to drink. I will end up on a podium somewhere tonight. Change is good. Embrace change. Over the last 10 years, I want to pay one tribute to one person who's been very close to me, who I have recognised has changed tremendously. And I believe that each of us in this room have changed tremendously. But I want to pay tribute to my yin and yang, because we're the yin and yang, Mr. Nick Hermans. Nick, could you come forward? Nick, for me, has become more expressive and more open and more bold than ever. Not bald, bold.
That's the lights. It's all the lights.
And tonight, Nick has been talking to me over the last few days, and Nick has an announcement to make in relation to change, embracing change, and the fact that change is good. Over to you, Nick, to make this announcement.
Okay, team, this is something that's very, very, very difficult for me to do. Brad's been talking a lot about fear of change, and I fear change. I really do fear change. However, I really understand that change is good. And when Brad's talking about black eyes, one of my fears of change, or one of my fears in general, is black lungs. And yes, it's all very scary. Black lungs. So, in front of you all tonight, I'm going to commit to a change. Okay, and I want you to all hold me to this change. You know what's coming. Change is good, embrace change. Tonight, before all of you, I vow never to have another cigarette again.
I'm sure that each of you, like Nick, have experienced black eyes in your life, and perhaps there's come a time, it could be in EB career-wise, or maybe even personally, in which you might be placed in a situation that you might want to change the status quo. I believe that Nick, and I know that Nick will give up. And I knew because he actually came to me about this change, and it had nothing to do with the speech. It had nothing to do with tonight. It was a change that he had determined on his own merit and with his own willpower several days ago. It was going to be Friday. We fast-tracked it to tonight. I gave him 2 hours to make that decision psychologically, and he's made the decision. It's done. I'm going to ask each of you in the audience tonight, how do you react when you receive a black eye? Or what do you do to make yourself stronger? Do you want to change the status quo from time to time? Could any of us perhaps embrace change without having to wait for a black eye to occur? I don't mean we have to change just for the sake of changing, but if the change is good, we should embrace it. On behalf of the company, I want to thank each of you for your contribution to change in the last 10 years. Because it's each and every one of you that have made that a reality. I promise that the next 10 years will bring more change. Are you ready for it? Yeah! Embrace change. Change is good. Thank you. Okay, we're going to have a break now, and then at dessert we'll have the gold awards. Thank you. Thank you. Can I please have the ops leaders, operations leaders up on the stage, please, to present the gold awards. Is everyone in the house? Are you having a good time? Yes! Eat, drink and be merry. But tonight's our 10-year awards celebration. And without further ado, I would like to announce that Nick Herman's our new non-smoker. And Michael, Mr. Michael O'Keefe, if you could please come forward and announce the Gold KPI Awards. These Gold KPI Awards represent first place in all the clans across Australia and New Zealand for KPI success. Over to you guys. Thank you.
Hi Nick, how you going?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you going?
I'm very well. Nick, tell me, what have you been up to recently?
I've been working on a 10-year documentary, actually, on the history of EB. And it's actually focusing on the 10 years of EB and Brad Harker's hairstyles through the years. And I've decided to call it Brave Hair.
It's funny you say that, Nick, because actually put the same thing together based on 10 years of your hairstyle. And I decided to call it Gone in 60 Seconds.
So, without further ado, we're going to announce the Gold KPI winners. And they are Field Managers, Emma Poo. Emma Poo, sorry Emma.
Michael Beaumont.
Greg Crosnell.
And Mr. Scott Henry.
And the gold KPI achievement for operations managers is Michael Stocker. Okay. And the gold KPI awards for the stores. Craig Miller.
Farrah Burton.
Peter Petrano.
Mr. Ben Hedgeby.
And Paul Stevens from Knox.
Ben Davis.
And eternal favourite, Craig Gates McGregor.
Matt Steve.
Nathan Histon.
Mel Leyland.
My favourite store in the whole world, Bernie, Daniel Bassett.
Mr. Clinton Freshwater.
Aaron Ritchie.
Mickey Ryan.
Jason Perry.
James McAfee.
David Myers.
And the last award goes to Luke Willis.
Could I please have our pre-owned boys, Matt, yes, and Ben and Matt, come forward. Okay, can we have a round of applause for our pre-owned guys at Home Office? They will be presenting the Lord of Pre-Owned Awards. And we will be splitting this year, this award, into two additional categories. One will be for Vision stores, and the other will be for the rest of you. So we left it as the status quo, unchanged. Unfortunately, the Vision stores would have taken a clean sweep. Because that's what they do. They sell and they trade pre-owned. So now over to you guys for the awards.
Thank you. Now, as Steve mentioned earlier, we need to get to 400 stores. And the way we're going to do that is with our Vision stores. So could all the Vision store managers in the room tonight please stand up? Just need to acknowledge you guys. Now these guys are our pre-owned pioneers. They are our pre-owned pioneers and they are the future of EB Games. Now, the award for Lord of Pre-Owned Sales in Vision stores are Kirsty Ollie, Daniel Chavanchovic, and Abby Hoskin. And the Lords of Trading Ratio in Vision stores are Daniel Travanchevic, Josh Nielsen, and Clinton Freshwater.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Matt. And later, you guys stay off to the side there because Ben will be presenting the pre-owned awards for the rest of you, all right? The top 3. And now, for add-ons, the top 3 add-on stores in the company across Australia and New Zealand, we have in 3rd place, Jonathan Wilshire. Congratulations, Jonathan. In 2nd place, we have Aaron Kohlmeier. Congratulations, Aaron. And in 1st place, our best add-on manager in the company goes to Adam Smith. Congratulations, Adam. And now for our largest comp sales increase. That's the largest store, the best sales comparing apples for apples. New stores, unfortunately, you're not included in this category. So for largest comp sales increase, in 3rd position, we have Michael Browner. Congratulations, Michael. And in 2nd place, we have Paul Stevens. Congratulations, Paul. And in 1st place, the largest comp sales increase store in the company belongs to Nathan Histon. Nathan, at Liverpool in Sydney. Fantastic result, Nathan. Amazing. And to think our competitors can open 2 stores in that shopping centre? Yeah, they're killing themselves. It's beyond me, Nathan. Kill them. Our largest SAOs awards. This is our service add-on category. SAO! All right. In 3rd place, Nathaniel Martin. Congratulations, Nathaniel. In 2nd place, Jason Pinkerton. And in 1st place, our best service add-on store manager in the company goes to Craig Miller. Congratulations. Could I please have Miss Nina Rin come up? Where is the illustrious Miss Nina? Studying at university, I'm so proud. Excellent. Nina will be announcing the Master of Inventory Award for those of you that control your inventory and achieve the best inventory control. To you, Nina.
Thanks. All right, in 3rd place, Doug McCready. Second place, Neil Cooper. And 1st place goes to Emma Nguyen.
Thank you very much for controlling your inventory. And now for the pre-sale champion. In 3rd place, we have, once again, a patent forming, and it goes to Mr. Craig Miller. Congratulations, Craig. In 2nd place, the 2nd best pre-sale manager in the company across Australia and New Zealand, Mr. Michael Reid. Congratulations, Michael. And in first place, the best pre-sale champion in the company across Australia and New Zealand, Mr. Rob Horsburgh. Now we only have 2 more awards for the evening. Ben will announce the Lord of Pre-Owned for the rest of you. Over to Ben.
Thanks, Brad. Now, pre-owned means so much to EB Games, but for both of us, it's our everyday, so it means so much to us personally. That's why it gives us spectacular pleasure to recognise the achievers in pre-owned. Now, the Lord of Pre-Owned Sales, coming at bronze, Craig Gates McGregor. Well done. Silver, we've got Daniel Bassett. And the Lord of Pre-Owned Sales for this year is Peter Koch. Now the Lord of Trading Ratio at bronze, don't go anywhere mate, Craig Gates McGregor. Silver, Jason Maloney. And the Lord of Trading Ratio, who's definitely making our job easier, Daniel Bassett.
Congratulations. On behalf of the company, I just want to thank the people on this stage right now for their outstanding KPI success and achievements. You truly do represent what all of us would like to change and be like. Congratulations. Thank you. Now, could I please have the Hot House group members for the communication group come forward? You know the score. Okay, now this is an award that we have never given before. So we're making history tonight. Change is good, embrace change. Over to you guys.
Good evening. You guys might be wondering what on earth all of us are doing on stage at the moment. Well, Mr. Brad Harker locked us in a room several months ago in our Toowoomba Hot House. We were charged with the responsibility to improve communication within the company. Our vision is to align all communication within the company with EB ethos. Family, integrity, vision, vitality, accountability and recognition. Stay tuned for the launch of our communication vision early next year. Change is good, embrace change. Without further ado, I'd like to present the award for excellence in communication to the marketing department. Could all of the marketing department please come on stage?
Okay, that's Vannery, Kong, Deborah McGrath and Lee Parry. Come forward for your Communication Excellence Award. And this was as voted by each and every one of you in this room from the surveys that were issued several months ago. Best communicators in the company. Congratulations. There is one final award for the evening, which again is a different and new award that we haven't issued before. And really, when you think about KPI excellence, it's not just statistic excellence. KPI excellence represents having a goal, knowing where you want to go and achieving it. There is one person in the last 4 years, since our KPIs have been introduced, that represents absolute KPI excellence, above and beyond many of us. And to announce the winner of this award, to enter our Hall of KPI fame, Mr. Michael Stocker. Could you please announce? He's going to announce the winner. All right, he doesn't get it. He's not going on the award. That's next year. He gets it next year.
Yeah, it's not pre-planned like that, I promise. When I think about KPIs over the last 4 years, and for a lot of you would realise that I really do take them close to my heart, and they're very much the motivating factor behind my entire team and myself every day that we deal with every customer that comes in our store. There's somebody that we've admired from afar for a long distance, and over the last 4 years that person has achieved a KPI success that we could only dream of, and achieved more KPI Gold Awards than anybody else in the organisation. And she's achieved this not only as a store manager but also as a field manager, motivating her people to achieve and aspire to the same sort of success that she has achieved over those years. So I'd like to announce the KPI inductee into the Hall of Fame is Kaz Allwood.
Thank you, everyone. Go KPIs. I wasn't prepared for this, so I didn't have a speech. So
No speech. She doesn't need to. How do you do it, Kaz? Tell us how you do it.
Be passionate.
Love what you do.
Love what you do.
All right, thank you, Kaz. Thank you. Okay, every vendor show now, we will induct a new Hall of KPI Fame individual onto our plaque, which will sit in the hallway at Home Office, the front entrance. Thank you very much, and hey, aren't they a great team? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. Now, could we all please just stay in the room? We're going to have a small break, but only in the room, so I'm afraid you smokers can't go out. It's only for 1 to 2 minutes, because we have a special, very special surprise for all of you. I don't want to go into it too much. That's
Malcolm Lemons. Jay. Ruby.
Ryan Ennis.
Darren.
Hi, Angelotti.
Mark. I'm Big Dave. It's Jeremy. Nick Irwin from Paul.
Apparently Byron baked cookies.
Matthew Spice. Chris. Max.
Brandon Lee.
Yvette Hallam.
Adam Graham Brighouse.
Jason Holly.
Rebecca Fole.
Craig Rollo.
Abby Hosking.
Abraham McKinnon.
Joshua Robert Nielsen.
Stu.
Fernando Garrido.
Mick Weston.
Ben Antaki.
Lawrence David.
Scott Jenkins, otherwise known as Scotty J.
Munn.
John Dunham. Is Mike Ingham.
Gary Knight.
Adrian Christ.
Assistant Manager, Aaron.
A casual at 102 Tugger.
Key holder at Bay Village.
I'm assistant manager now with Lee.
Assistant store manager at the Dalby store in Queensland.
I'm the store manager of Morayfield store.
Yeah, I'm in Cleveland. It's one of the Vision stores.
Territory manager.
I work at the Bathurst shop, just a casual at the moment.
Store manager at Bondi.
Been with the company for about 10 years.
In June 98.
October 99.
In 2000.
Back in 2001.
I'm getting my 5-year pen this year. I've had
had to do anyway.
2002.
In 2005.
2003.
2004.
2006.
2007.
I didn't join EB, I was born here. I was actually found under one of the counters one day. I came in a box from head office as well, I think.
I used to work for a little Chinese place in Erina Fair, and the chef was arrested by immigration. So I needed a new job, and Trent Weeks gave me one.
I don't know, it just looked like a fun place to work, I suppose.
Everyone seemed friendly and happy and they were excited to work there, so I just wanted to be a part of it.
You know, I wanted to further my career in retail.
I loved the opportunity that EB were throwing my way, and I said, yep, fantastic.
At the time, I was looking for a Christmas casual position. After I finished my HSC, I was looking for a job, and I saw EB, and I thought, well, it's a great chance to hang around with another bunch of nerds and just have a fun time.
Well, I was unemployed and the government forced me to. I had to make a call from the CES, and thank God Penrith, Jason from Liverpool actually let me have a go and hired me the next day.
The reason I joined is I really like games.
The reason why I joined was because I was really sick of being a mechanic, and also video games that I've been playing my whole life.
Well, mainly because I was feeling sorry for Bill Gates' wallet, so I figured I should join the company, you know, maybe sell a few more of his games for him.
I joined EB because I wanted to be part of a fast-moving and challenging organisation, and I wanted to do lots of stock takes.
And that's exactly the same reason why I joined.
Probably discovering grandfather's port at a vendor show.
Halo 2 launch. One of the first launches that I did, which I believe was the Halo 2 launch.
Opening up the first of the Vision stores that we called Minigun.
One night they chucked Andrew Jose in the pool, and I was standing next to Lou Trish, so I thought a bit of a laugh, I'd go and throw him in the pool, and I went to do it, and he just looked at me and went, I wouldn't.
In the Xbox midnight launch.
The PS2 launch, it was a crazy night, that one.
Say they made me do spruiking.
When I did the first midnight opening for Xbox.
The official 360 launch in Centrepoint.
The Halo 2 launch.
Was being promoted. It was a day, I was at the Parramatta store at the time, it was night time, and in walked a lovely little angelic figure. It was Elliot Gilliard. He looked lovely that day, and he gave me the nod to be promoted to Winston Hills.
Halo 2 launch for me, 300 people, or 200 people, almost 300 people lined up midnight at Hornsby, screaming for the game. Very cool.
And be my father.
My area manager, Grant Crosdale.
My old man, because I've always been at soccer.
Grant Crosdale.
So it's you would definitely be Mr. Hermans.
Thanks, Darren.
He knows how to have a few drinks as well.
He's also sitting behind you. Fair enough. Thanks very much.
I'd have to say my dad. He keeps me sane.
George W.
George W.
Steve Waugh, Ricky Ponting.
Grant Henry. He's just a top bloke, honestly, like, you know.
Don't you have a song for him?
Yes, I have two songs.
Take one, go.
There's a Hole in My Bucket, Grant Henry. It's from Grant Henry's Greatest Hits.
Well, my two assistant managers, because they spend nearly every day working with me.
Adrian, Emma Poe, she's been fantastic, and Britt McGuinness, obviously.
In EB, I obviously have to respect Britt. She's been a great mentor for me.
Within EB, I'd have to say you, Grant.
Nina.
El Gilliard.
My staff are putting up with all my crap. I don't know how they do it, but they're just good staff.
Anyone who can tolerate our in-store DVDs, that just drives me insane.
There's many people, but right here, right now, where I'm standing, I have to admire my area manager because he has the most awesome pants on ever. My granddad would be proud. Check these puppies out.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, and he also paid $200 too, which is insane.
When the World Cup was on in Germany, sitting down on the lounge, very tired in the early hours of the morning, watching the games, sitting next to Steve while he was swearing at the screen when England wasn't winning. That was quite funny indeed and a lot of fun, so I have to go with that.
Never been to a vendor show.
It was just, the whole thing was just great.
Walking across that wonky bridge.
Free 360, free DS.
My favourite moment was when we first got to play the Wii.
Witnessing Darren Bowles actually walking through the corridors at night with toilet paper wrapped around his leg, blind drunk, and discovered by vendors and buyers standing up asleep. My first back in June 2003. The whole experience was completely new.
And I met my wife at the EB vendor show a couple of years ago.
Winding up on a park bench, that was interesting.
That has to be the night I wandered out of a certain establishment, a little bit drunk, it's safe to say. On the way back, I needed a rest. A forced rest, my body decided to sit down. Next thing I know, I get a tap on the shoulder from a delightful fellow.
Mike, before you continue, what's the first rule of the vendor show?
What's...
Don't talk about the vendor show.
Put it this way, I got a free lift back.
It's $2 for $50.
Mid-year sale.
The mid-year sale.
The mid-year sale.
Mid-year sale, I guess, is okay. $2 for $50.
The June sale.
Definitely mid-year sale.
Really enjoy the mid-year sale.
Kill the mid-year sale.
Certainly didn't begin as my favourite, but that would be the mid-year sale.
The trade 2 for 1.
Trade 2 to get it for $49.95.
Mid-year sale would be my favourite.
Trade 3 games for Halo 3.
The mid-year sale.
More the June sale, mid-year clearance.
Any midnight launch that we do.
Probably the sale, because everything's red, and it's where I don't get in trouble for shouting and running around.
Mid-year sale.
Mid-year sales.
Any trade promotion, because it doesn't take as much setting up as the June sale, though I do love the June sales figures.
Mate, it had to be that year that we had the June sale that ran all the way through to something like February the next year. That was fantastic. That was gold. Well done, boys. That was awesome.
My best story was a young family that actually really couldn't afford to pick up an Xbox 360, but through trading in and buying pre-owned and things like that, they were able to get it in a few games, so they were very happy, and that's probably my best trade-in story.
Had someone come in with a box that size, chock-a-block full of Nintendo 64 cartridges, all jam-packed in there. I just looked at it and went, oh, and everyone else ran out the back, so I was me that had to do it.
No boxes.
Yeah, and this was before we had like the new trade thing, so we had like 20 manual receipts I had to feed through. It was good fun.
Fond memories.
Oh, yeah.
Big South African fellow that traded in 364s, 2 PlayStation 1s, some in the order of 120 games, pre-ordered the new Xbox with it, ended up buying 3 of those, all with ESAs and stack games. It took us about an hour and a half to process it all, and that was back in the day when you used to get funny little printouts before the receipt printer.
I have a regular customer called Peter these days, who back when I started was a complete Xbox mark. He would get in arguments with me daily about Xbox and how good it was. Funnily enough, about 3 weeks later, he traded in that Xbox to get a GameCube. All the times he used to bag our GameCube about how bad it was, so that would have to be my best trade-in story.
PS2 launch, PS1 back in the old days when we didn't have the fandangled trade-in system in the computer. We had to look up the SKUs. The guy traded over 100 PSX games and 2 PSXs, and it took me about an hour and a half at Penrith to do that. So, yeah, that was my best trade-in story.
I swear this 4-year-old kid came in, and he's like, can I trade this in, please? And he gives me 2 halves of a disc snapped in half. And I was like, oh mate, I really want to, because he just gave me the puppy dog's eyes and I just wanted to buy a game. You know, those kids that look at the window and they're like, just waiting for someone to buy it for them. It was like that.
I was talking to a regular customer. This guy, I could never convince him to trade in. And one day he came in with 3 consoles and about 120 games, and he ended up picking up a PS2, a Xbox 360 and a Wii.
About regular customers, he came in, he traded in his 360 for PS3, and then 6 weeks later he traded his PS3 back in for a Forza pack.
Would have to be when I was working at the Broadway store. Customer trading about 60 games, and I won the promotion to get a G15 keyboard. That was awesome.
Would definitely have to be the 2 weeks I worked at Bondi when I first started with the company. I had a kid come in with an N64 and over 100 games for it. If I remember correctly, there was something like 23 manual receipts that had to actually go through the till. That was a fun day.
Probably for the Wii, I had a woman almost crying because she came in with a whole bunch of games, got it for free. Absolutely amazing.
I think she was crying, Gary, because your flies were undone. I remember it well.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
That must be something else.
It's the great trade deals we do at Blacktown.
Oh, they make us all cry.
Probably the time that I got a game traded in with an earthworm in it. Don't know if any of you have ever been to Bay Village, but it's a classy place.
This guy came in, an older gentleman, and he came in pushing his shopping trolley, and he had a few different bits and pieces and asked if we trade stuff and if we give cash for different things. I said, yeah, we can do that, what have you got? And he had everything from a PlayStation 2 console, a PlayStation 1 console, a few memory cards, a PlayStation 1 controller, a cassette tape of the Goon Show. I actually didn't take that one. I said, no, we can't do anything with that. But yeah, that was kind of cute.
But seeing some people's faces light up when they realise that the trade-in value that they're getting, like the trade deal they're getting, be it a console and a couple of games towards a next-gen unit, and seeing their faces light up going, wow, I'm going to get that much for my old stuff, excellent, and you feel like you're really doing them a service.
Happy birthday! Happy 10th anniversary.
I hope everybody enjoys the 10-year anniversary and I look forward to many more. Cheers.
Happy 10th anniversary!
Well, let's hope for another 10 years.
Cheers. Here's to 10 years.
Cheers to EB.
Here's to 10 years.
Cheers, big ears. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, EB. Yay!
Yeah!
Yeah! Cheers to 10 years, yeah!
Congratulations on 10 years, EB Games. Rock on for another 10.
Happy birthday, EB, from me and Elbow.
Cheers, EB. 10 years, rock on.
All right, cheers EB Games, 10 years, and look, here's to the next 10. I think it's going to be even more exciting than ever.
It was an awesome 10 years. The next 10 years are going to be even better. Cheers, EB Games.
Happy birthday, Ebenezer.
It's been a great 10 years. Next 10 years. EB Games.
Okay, guys, a big round of applause, please, to Trent Weeks. This is all his work. Round of applause.
Then there's a sunshine comes from your eyes, lights up the world from inside. I can see me smiling.
Good morning, Deb.
Morning, Stocky.
Well, it's certainly a lovely day again today here at the Gold Coast. We've been enjoying bringing you the show all week from one of the most beautiful places in Australia. Today, it's our final broadcast from here at the Gold Coast, wrapping up what's been a fantastic week here for the Indy Carnival. So, Deb, what do we have in store for everyone today?
Well, Stocky, today in an exclusive interview, we have a chat with Dan DiMatteo, Vice Chairman and Chief Operating Officer of gaming global retail giant GameStop. And of course, we'll be crossing live to Trent Hollywood with all the latest from the box office. There's certainly a huge buzz around Tinseltown as we approach this festive season.
There sure is, there sure is. And our gadget guy, Tim the Toolman, will be in with his top 5 video games for Christmas. I'm really looking forward to that. It might give me some ideas for my son, Jake.
I thought you were getting Jake a bike this year.
Well, my wife and I were going to get him a bike, but he's been coming home from school and all his mates have got those Game Boy DS thingies and he's asked Santa for one of those.
Well, maybe our final guest today can sort you out. We have Egan Steele dropping in to the studio from our expert retailer, EB Games.
All right, excellent. Look forward to that. Well, we're certainly packing a lot in this morning, Deb, so why don't we welcome our first guest, Vice Chairman and Chief Operating Officer of GameStop, Dan DiMatteo.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, good morning, Dan. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to be here.
Well, Dan, can you tell us a little bit about GameStop?
What's GameStop? Oh, GameStop. I understand. Well, GameStop, as you all know, is the largest video game retailer in the world. We just surpassed 5,000 stores.
Wow.
2 weeks ago, as a matter of fact. And we're in 16 countries and still looking at other opportunities for expansion in other countries. So we're opening between 500 and 600 stores every year.
600 stores? How do you do
This
that?
year, I think we will do 590 stores. We're on track. As a matter of fact, here, you were planning on doing only 35, and now you're doing 60 stores, so you were a big part of that contribution. So you look at it that way, you're over 10%
That's
of
pretty
the
impressive, isn't
stores
it?
here, right here in Australia, New Zealand. So anyhow, it's a very exciting time to be in the business. We're expecting that this next generation will provide sales higher than any generation before. So it's a great time to keep on expanding, keep the opportunity going, and we're the largest in the world. So it's a fun time to be in the video game business. Having been in it for 21 years, I can't imagine a more exciting time.
It definitely does. Well, we heard that GameStop and EB Games actually merged in 2005, and it's been a huge success, as you've just demonstrated there. So how's it been from your point of view?
Well, it has been a huge success, and part of it is because we got the synergies of putting the two companies together in the United States in record time. As a matter of fact, when we first merged the companies, we told Wall Street we would get about $50 million in synergies, and we got about $100 million in synergies. Wow. And we got it sooner than what we had told them we would get it. So most analysts say it was the best retail integration that they had ever seen. And the good part about it internationally is, you know, GameStop had very little international operations. It was mostly electronic boutique, and so there was nothing to integrate. Am I doing something funny?
No.
There's a news ticket. There's a news ticket.
I know.
Yeah.
Right.
So how do you see the next few years panning out for GameStop, Dan?
Well, as I said a minute ago, I think we got record growth in the industry. So GameStop will continue to grow in all the countries that we're in. And again, look at other opportunities in other countries. So
excellent.
So obviously GameStop and EB Games are the benchmark in the gaming industry and also in retailing. What do you think sets you guys apart from the rest?
Well, I think it's what sets us apart is we are the video game specialists. What do we stand for? No matter where you are in the world, EB Games or GameStop, you stand for the largest assortment, convenient locations, customer service, and value orientation. Value orientation because of our buy, sell, trade program. We give consumers credit for the games they're no longer playing, and then we have great low-price games for the budget consumer who can't afford new games. So I think whether you're in the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, I think the formula works around the world, and customers have embraced the formula, and that's what allows you to expand. You can't expand unless the customers embrace you and what you are, and that is our secret. And you know, if you look at it compared to the alternative places to shop, there's nowhere that you can get the service, the assortment, the help, and the value like you do in one of our stores. And I might add, I didn't say this before, Australia has really set the standard for international operations. Your profitability per store is #1 outside of the United States. As a matter of fact, it's slightly higher even in the United States. But when I go to Europe and talk to the people in Italy and Germany and Scandinavia, they all want to be like EB Games Australia. That's what they want to be. They want to have the success that you've had here. So you guys have set the standard here in Australia.
It's definitely something to be proud of, yeah.
Excellent.
Right.
I think here's a question the whole audience wants an answer to, Dan. Who do you think is going to be the big winner this Christmas? Sony, Nintendo, or Microsoft?
Well, I think they're all going to be winners in their own rights. I think, first of all, I've never seen a time when we have products for such a wide breadth of consumers. You know, historically, everybody seemed to compete and try and for the same customer. But right now, what I see is, like you probably do, Sony and Microsoft are targeting the avid, the hardcore more so, okay? Nintendo has really broadened the audience with the Nintendo DS and the Wii. I mean, now we have people coming into our stores in the US, and I'm sure you do, you've never seen before.
Well, I'm one of those. I'm a Nintendo Wii, yep.
The gamers.
That's it, yeah.
So I think that's great. You still have the PS2 for the value-oriented consumer who can't afford,
yep.
you know, a new highly priced system. And the games and the used game business really plays well into that PS2 budget consumer. So I think we got stuff for all people this Christmas, whether you're casual gamer, hardcore gamer, avid gamer. There's a great product line. Now, having said that, I will expect shortages. I mean, like always, if you've been in this business, you know you'll have shortages. Nintendo handhelds at Christmas time, nothing sells faster than a Nintendo handheld. Oh, and I forgot the PSP. This is the first time, really, we've had 2 viable handheld platforms targeting 2 different audiences too. So it's an exciting time just because we got a breadth of products for a lot of people. We want to see all of them succeed. We want to see Microsoft succeed. We want to see Sony succeed. And we know Nintendo is succeeding. But I think competition is good for us. Having 3 vendors competing out there for the consumers, I think is a very healthy thing for the specialist industry.
Well, Dan, it certainly sounds like your company's in great shape for this Christmas. Thanks for your time this morning. But before you go, we've got a couple of gifts for you, actually. On behalf of the Sunshine crew and everyone here today, we've got some Paul Wachtel business card holder and kiwi flavoured fudge, kiwi fruit flavoured fudge to take home. And we couldn't let you go home from Australia without a hand-painted boomerang, mate.
Oh my God,
Thanks very much for your
Thank
time.
you. Right.
Wish you all the best for the future.
Just one last thing. This morning with my muffins that I got and the rolls sent to my room, I had this stuff called Vegemite. What is Vegemite?
Well, it's now 8:37, and with all the latest traffic conditions, it's over to our eye in the sky, Candy Downs in the Sunshine Chopper.
Rise and shine, Sunshine viewers. It's Candy here, reporting from the Sunshine Chopper with your on-the-hour traffic update. This morning, it's jam-packed on the Gold Coast Highway. This unusual bottleneck seems to be caused by a line of buses heading towards the Gold Coast Convention Centre. Let's send Chrissy Gooden down to investigate.
Yes, I'm standing outside the Gold Coast Convention Centre where I've come across the buses in question. Excuse me, sir, where are you from? I'm from Tassie, what's it to you? Did you know your bus held up traffic all over the city? Mate, let me tell you, it wasn't us. We were following that not to the head office. Excuse me. What is this about the bloody Olympics? So we lost what? How long? I was wondering about your bus. The delay. What happened there? Oh, yeah, nah. We were checking out the scenery on the coast, eh? Bah, they lost our way of time. We started traffic back in the Oh, yeah, what did I say? Us Kiwi fellas. Oh, sorry, fellas.
Okay, thanks for that, Chrissy. Well, it looks like it was those Kiwis getting in a bit of sightseeing, holding up all the traffic today. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update, Candy. It looks like traffic's just a mess out there this morning.
Well, we'll be back on the other side of this break with what's hot on the silver screen when we catch up with Trent Hollywood. And our resident gadget guy, Tim the Toolman, is going to give us a sneak peek of the top 5 Christmas products this season.
This week on Dancing with the Buyers, Ben and Jill leave the competition due to a tragic accident.
Ben? That was where you were supposed to catch me.
Trent and Catherine attempt Irish dancing.
Kick higher. No, look, not working.
Find out who will stay on Dancing with the Buyers, Thursdays at 7:30.
Whenever our galaxy is threatened, 2 heroes rise to the challenge. 2 heroes stand up to the forces of evil. 2 heroes can always be counted on to throw a wrench in the works.
We're Ben and Matt, and we're here to do another EB Games Edge Card Challenge.
Let's see if anyone's home.
Yeah? G'day, mate. I'm Ben and he's Matt, and we're from the EB Games Edge Card Challenge. Yeah, you excited? Yeah, mate, have you got some old games in here that you can show us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's go, come on, let's do it.
Well, I've got some old games here.
And here.
Not my coaster.
And there.
Not my table chalk.
Surely you got some more. What about over here?
Oh, jeez, look at all this lot. You really are a little hoarder. Right, let's grab this, chuck that in here. Oh, look at this. Fantastic old stuff. This is going to go great guns. Awesome. So why haven't you traded this lot in before?
Oh, well, some of them are pretty old and I didn't think I'd get much for them. And the wrestling's still on.
Well, take these games and this edge card down to your local EB store.
Trade that lot in and we'll come back shortly and see how you went.
Trent's Hollywood Report, brought to you by the EB Games November catalogue for all the latest video game releases and more.
Well, good morning, Trent. We hear there's a lot of buzz around Hollywood this week.
That's right, Shane. There's plenty of buzz around Tinseltown right now with the release of Jerry Seinfeld's new animated blockbuster, B-Movie. Huge turnout at the red carpet event. Britney Spears was there. Pity she couldn't bring the kids along. Lindsay Lohan was there as well. She was out on day release. And who else but Master Chief, who was seen hanging off Paris Hilton all night. Can't wait to see that video.
So tell us about the new B-Movie.
B-Movie was awesome. So much yellow, but you know my colour is pink. Great animated fun for the kids, and adults will love the underlying humour. I certainly had a hoot, and I can't wait for the game.
Now, I'm really jealous, Trent. I heard you got a sneak peek at the big Christmas film we're all dying to see.
That's right, Shane, The Golden Compass. And yes, I was thinking about you the whole time. It's being produced by the same production company as the Lord of the Rings trilogy and stars your very own Nicole Kidman. I do like that Nicole. She's lovely. Can't wait to see her strutting her stuff in the game. The film releases for you guys on Boxing Day, so don't miss it. I know you won't, Shane.
Oh, you know me too well, Trent.
We'll see you same time tomorrow then, Trent.
Bye, Deb. See you soon, Shane.
So, Tim, do either the B-Movie or the Golden Compass make your top 5 for this Christmas?
Well, no, not really, Shane. But they are great games, and they're great games for all the family. But this year, the top 5 games are made up of massive, massive franchises.
Well, don't keep us waiting. What have you got to show us?
Well, Deb, the first up, I've got the #1 game for Christmas, and no surprise, Need for Speed Pro Street. And it doesn't work. It is fantastic. Now, I don't know about how EA managed to do this every year, but this game really is sensational. It gets in the way, you can't hear me over the music, but it's great. Now, what you will find when I finally get this running is that it's got an awesome feel of speed. And one of the dynamics that they've added is that when you crash in Need for Speed Pro Street, it's it, you're gone. You crash big time, you're out of the race. Stuff like when you come across a car and you hit your wheel hits the car, you'll start pulling to the left and to the right. It really is a sensational game.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah, mate.
Deb can drive faster than that and put makeup on, mate.
How you doing better? All right, then.
This coming from you.
Donald! That looks like you in your celebrity race last week.
Yeah.
So this is what I mean. You're out of the race. That's it. There's consequences for your actions. It really is a great game.
So, Tim, if Need for Speed is your #1, what's going to be #2 this year?
Glad you asked that, Deb. Clearly it's going to be WWE SmackDown, this year releasing on every format known to man. It's amazing. Now, Stocky, got a little surprise for you, sir. You and I are going to have a bit of a challenge here.
Oh, bring it on, boys.
And I am going to enjoy laying the SmackDown on you, my friends.
Oh, come on,
All right,
Stocky.
bring it on, Tool Boy, bring it on, Tool Boy.
Come
All right,
on.
here we go.
Which one am I again?
You're the one that's about to lose, my friend.
Am I in the green pants or the black pants?
That's you going down.
Oh, no!
Andy, you're my friend.
Oh, yeah! I'll take that!
No.
Oh, what's this? What's this?
I got
I
it
can
on
roll.
I got you on easy mode.
Oh, yeah! All right. That's pretty good fun. I can see why everyone wants to play that.
Yeah, mate, you should see this game on Wii. This is something else. The way they use the nunchucks, absolute sensation.
The Wii, is that the thing you showed us last week that I kicked Deb's ass in 10-pin bowling?
Okay, all right. You'd have to bring that up again.
All right,
Okay.
You don't want to talk about that. Fair enough, fair enough.
So what else did you bring in today, Tim?
All right, well, the number 1 and number 2 spots are pretty clear, and they'll be 1 and 2 by a mile. So, but the rest, it's a bit strange. The rest could really go either way coming into Christmas. So we're going to have a look at 3 games, Mario Galaxy, Call of Duty 4, and The Simpsons. Because of time constraints, I can't show you everything. I wanted to also make a mention of Assassin's Creed. I've seen that coming along sensationally, and Guitar Hero 3, it's going to be a monster hit. So we'll get into Call of Duty. Now, Call of Duty 4 definitely tops the list as a first-person shooter you must have for Christmas this year. Now, Call of Duty 4 is simply stunning. Now, Deb, I want you to watch closely here, because I didn't see this for the first time, but you're about to see a soldier pop up in his ghillie suit. Can you see him?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh,
That's
nice,
all right.
A nice little outfit.
Nice little outfit. Trust you to say that.
Yeah, so Call of Duty 4 is pretty cool. Now, I had some reservations, as did a lot of the Call of Duty fans, because Activision have gone on a different path with this, where they've gone with Modern Warfare. Now, any fan of Call of Duty would know that they've always stuck to World War II, so it's a bit away from where they normally go. So, but as you can see by the graphics, they really have pulled out all the stops this time. Now, this game is ultra realistic in every detail. Now, I'm going to stop talking. You listen as this guy holds his breath before he takes a sniper shot. Have a listen.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, bit too gory for me.
It really is a full-on game. Now, you don't have to be a professional gamer to appreciate the graphics and how this looks. It really is a top game. Storyline, first class. This is absolutely on my list of my must-have for Christmas. Sensation. Call of Duty 4.
Well, Tim, that looks like a pretty good game for the older gamer, but what about for my son, mate?
Yeah, well, Stocky, remember last week, as you're saying, I was in and I showed you the Wii console?
Yeah, of course.
And
10 pin.
Yeah, you beat Deb at 10 pin. Yeah. All right, so this is the blockbuster that will ignite the Wii console this Christmas. This game is defining on the console. It's Mario Galaxy, and it will be on your son's Christmas list. Now, this is an awesome game.
Oh, isn't he cute?
Yes, Deb, he's very cute.
Not so pixelated anymore.
Yeah, you're entirely right. But not to spoil it for everyone, this really is a fun game. Mario turns into a bee at one point in the game, so it is really classic Mario. It's great.
So when can we buy that, Tim?
It'll be on shelves on November 29, Stocky. Suggested pre-order, avoid disappointment. It'll be go gangbusters.
Yeah, that sounds a good idea.
This is the final game I'm going to show you. This is absolutely sensational. This is Now, for all of us who have grown up with the cultural phenomenon, which is The Simpsons, this is going to be worth a look this Christmas time. With all the voices from the TV show, you get to control classic characters like Bartman and Lisa and Homer.
So, has this one got anything to do with that Simpsons movie that was out earlier on this year?
Yeah, not really, Jess. The game is Homer, Marge, Bart and Lisa actually realise that they're trapped inside a video game. So it's all about interacting with all the Simpsons characters and trying to find your way back to the safe haven of Springfield and in their living room. That's the premise of the game. So that's The Simpsons. They're going to be great this year.
Oh, that's an awesome lineup for Christmas, Tim. I reckon it's going to be hard for customers to only buy one.
Yeah, it is. So I think they'll buy a couple, but if they grab anything from that lineup, they're sure to be on a great winner. So.
All right, well, thanks for coming in, mate. But coming up next, we have Egan Still from Expert Retailer EB Games live in the studio. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you.
So we're back here to check out how he's done with the Edge Card Challenge. Let's go take a look. So, how'd you go?
Really good. I got all these cool games. I got Halo 3, I got Gears, I got SmackDown vs. Raw. Thanks, EB Edge Card.
Well, Matt, another successful EB Games Edge Card Challenge.
And another satisfied customer.
Absolutely.
Continue to trade in.
Spot on.
Even better, guess what I swiped?
Oh, mate, that's spectacular. Let's crack that open. I'll tell you what, next house we go to, I'm swiping some jewellery for the missus.
Here I am back at the EB Games warehouse to fill my sack again. Ho, 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 down the chimney I go. Let's go. This Christmas, I've got console deals of all shapes and sizes. But these offers are so hot, I'll lose my job if the secret gets out. But I don't care, I'm going to show you this one anyway. Xbox 360 with Viva Pinata and Forza 2 for only $579. How crazy is that? That's crazy! I've got Christmas all wrapped up this year. Command & Conquer 360, half price. Ratatouille Wii, half price. And Supreme Commander on PC, half price. These deals are so hot, I'm getting carried away.
Where's Crazy Trent?
I'm up here on top of the Wii's and they've all got to go. And it won't be too hard this Christmas with the release of Mario Galaxy, Mario vs Sonic at the Olympics and Metroid Prime Corruption. And the best place to do your Christmas shopping this year is at EB Games. Tell them Crazy Trent sent you!
The best starts Saturday, November 24th.
I mean, I'll be the first to say, the little guy's a real deal.
It's a small appendage, but it owns every spot.
I think the thumb's all talk and I'm just a bunch of hype.
Sometimes my thumb is in the zone, and I look down and I'm like, is that me?
I saw that do a backflip rocket air once.
But if that was my thumb, yeah, I'd be looking over my shoulder.
It's coming for the shoe, it's coming for the board.
I mean, what am I gonna do, cut him off? It's my family.
This week on Dancing with the Buyers, Nat and Kim take a fall.
Kim, why can't I be the man?
Tim and Egan rock off to see who will take the lead.
Shit.
1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
Dancing with the Buyers, Thursdays at 7:30.
Well, good morning, Egan.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, tops. Love the Gold Coast.
So, Egan, what makes EB Games an expert retailer?
Look, I'm pretty glad you asked, Stocky. There are two key areas in which our company is focused. They are people and pre-owned. Our customer service is second to none. We have the best people in the business. Pre-owned is where we really set ourselves apart from the competition. Customers can trade their old games and get unbeatable deals on the latest products.
Well, when you say it like that, I can see why EB Games are the experts.
Pretty much.
So, Egan, how's it been around the office leading up to Christmas? Can imagine it's a little busy at the moment.
Yeah, Debs. Look, to be fair, we've normally got everything sorted. This year we haven't. So we're running a little behind and we thought we'd outsource some motivational help. I filmed it because I reckon it'll help your viewers, so check it out.
Jim, after all.
Hey, Bob. Coffee break was over 15 minutes ago, Jim.
Since the Orc's been with us, productivity's been up 47%.
That armor is a little casual for a Monday.
We're getting more from our employees than ever before.
You know you need to get your marketing reports into the war chief early, Candace.
Hey, Thrall, how's it going?
Hi, Janice. Blood and thunder.
But what's really impressed me is just how quickly he's become part of the EB team.
No personal phone calls, Blake.
Come on, I know you've got more than these. I've seen your office.
He fits right in here.
No more half-day Fridays, Jared. For the Horde!
To be honest, Stocker, we only have one regret, and that is that we didn't get Thrall in earlier.
Well, I can see why. Maybe when you finish with Thrall, we can borrow him around the set here. How's the rest of your Christmas planning been going?
Look, after the success of getting in motivational speaker guy, we went to the highest authority we could, and he told us about Christmas. Let's have a look. So, Santa, what brings you here from the North Pole?
Ho, ho, ho! Well, Egan, I've been doing Christmas pretty much forever, and last year's best campaign was pretty good. But this year, I think I've got you beat. For the kids, we've got Dora the Explorer and this wooden thing.
Santa, see, that's nice, but for the kids, we've got Pokemon and a free headset. What do you got? Bring it.
Okay, well, for the brainy people, we've got Travel Scrabble.
Travel Scrabble, right, I see ya. I've got more brain training at $10 off on the best.
Okay, and
Bring
for
it.
the hardcores, we've got a 5-year-old Rage Against the Machine CD.
That's not hardcore anymore, Santa. Hardcore is Bioshock, and we've got that at $20 off.
Well, for the big boys, we've got this little dump truck thing.
For big boys, Company of Heroes, half price.
Okay, well, what about the latest technology? I've got this GameCube.
Santa, look no further. PlayStation 3, $6.99. It's a Blu-ray player.
Well, what about cats? Everyone loves cats.
See, Santa, I tend to agree with you. You might have one here, but when I think of mess, I think of cats, I think of kitty litter, and I think of the little presents they leave. And I think we both agree it's not ones you want for Christmas. Come here, kitty. Come here. Oh, cute kitty. We hate cats, really, let's be honest. We like dogs. We like dogs at $10 off, and it's clean. So you are beat. Consider yourself beat, Santa. Consider yourself beat. Yes. Hello, it's Egan.
Egan, the Easter Bunny is here to see you.
Excellent. We're done with Christmas. Time to move on to Easter. Santa, I believed in you. I sat on your knee. You never gave me the bike I asked for. Now I've got my revenge. We've got you beat. Take your sleigh, take your bag, take everything. Go. Go back to whatever pole you came from. EB, we've got Christmas nailed. November 24th, the best. Rock on. Stocking Deb. As you can see from that footage, Santa has really lost touch with the youth of today. Kids this Christmas want DS, Wii, PS3 and 360s. They want great games like Command & Conquer at half price. And for dads, we've got Assassin's Creed at half price when you trade in just 2 games. We've even got mum sorted. When they buy Pokemon, they're going to get a free headset.
Well, you've got me convinced, Egan. It looks like I'll be heading into EB Games this Christmas to get Jake that new DS he wants. Thanks for coming in. It's been a real eye-opener.
Now, after the break, we have one of the world's hottest rock acts here live in the studio. Stay tuned, guys.
Perkins versus Tompkins.
I have to take it easy on the old man.
I'm ready.
That's what I'm talking about. If in doubt, hit it.
Come on!
Game 7 match. Mate, let's see how you go with bowling, okay?
Wii Sports, only on Wii.
Yes! How'd that go again, mate? Come on.
With so many social games available this Christmas, how do you choose which one's right for you and your family? Get everyone involved and find out who is the brainiest with Buzz the Interactive Quiz Show. Sing along to your favourite hits with SingStar and discover who is a pop star in your family. iToy gets you up off the couch and moving your whole body. Sony's Party Starters are so easy to play and have such an extensive range of additional software, including this Christmas's hot new releases, SingStar R&B, SingStar Rock Ballads, and Buzz, the Hollywood Quiz, making it the perfect gift idea for anyone this Christmas. The only place to purchase your Party Starters range is at your local EB Games store. Brand Power, helping you buy better.
Santa, is that you?
I'm not Santa, I'm Crazy Trent. And Christmas at EB Games 50 will be the best ever. And ho, 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 have I got some deals for you. Let's see what I've got for you in my sack this Christmas. Ghost Recon in the Darkness on PlayStation 3, $30 off. Bioshock in World in Conflict on PC, $20 off. And check this out, all these Blu-ray movies, buy 2 get 1 free. All these Logitech products, $10 off, like this Quick Cam, like this joystick, like this headset, like this optical mouse, $10 off.
Santa, that's crazy!
Season's greetings, customers. Looking for that last-minute stocking filler this Christmas? Why not the 5.1 Logitech X530 speakers? A steal at just $99. Hey, not you again! With over 250 stores across Australia and New Zealand, Christmas at EB Games will be the best ever!
The best starts Saturday, November 24th.
Well, welcome back. Well, as you can tell, I'm extremely excited. The music's on. And we have two of the biggest names in rock and roll history. We have Slash and Axl from 80s mega group Guns N' Roses. Well, good morning, guys. So, what will you be playing this morning?
Well, guys, me and Axl are going to have a guitar battle to prove which one of us is the best rocker, but yeah, you already know it's me. Going down, Slash.
Well, gents, don't let us get in your way.
Time for here from the Sunshine Crew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.
We're near in the here and now. Just don't tell me First off, an explanation of the Hawaiian outfit. It seemed like a fucking good idea at the time. Okay, we've got a lot of, well, first off I want to thank Deborah, Trent and all the team from head office for the magnificent job they did to set up tonight. Secondly, I know we've got a lot of the publishers and our vendor partners here tonight. Many of you have been with us for the whole 10 years. I was having a conversation with Michael from Sony today. This is now $1 billion industry in Australia and New Zealand. I think the partnership between EB and yourselves has gone a long way to getting us to that $1 billion. I know sometimes we don't always get on. Sometimes there's a few crosswords. But over the 10 years, we've always had the same aim, which is to sell video games. We're passionate about video games, you're passionate about video games, and we're all moving in the same direction to make this the greatest industry in Australia. Is that right? Okay, so a big thank you to everyone. We're gonna roll another DVD now, which I think you're gonna like. So thank you, everybody.
It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. Please I need you. Down when I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem.
Hi, I'm Michael Ephraim, Managing Director of Sony Computer Entertainment.
Hi all, my name's Rodney Block. I'm the General Manager of Sales and Marketing at THQ for Australia and New Zealand.
Hi there, Tony Nico, Sony Computer Entertainment.
John Siaga, Vivendi Games. I'm the Sales Director.
Hi, I'm Julian White from Red Hat Enterprises.
Hi everyone at EB, my name is Patrick Legata. I'm Senior Product Manager here at Sony Computer Entertainment.
My name is Chris Wright. I'm the Senior Product Manager at THQ.
Hi guys, this is Colleen Ewan from Red Ant Enterprises.
I've been in the industry since day one. I started the company and intend to be here for the next 10 years of incredible growth and excitement.
My association in the games industry goes back to 1991.
In the industry for 10 years now,
Just a touch over 6.5 years.
I've been in the industry too long to remember.
I started with the business over 9 years ago.
10 years.
And I've been working with THQ for 3 years now.
Over 8 years now.
So 6.5 years later, I'm still involved with EB Games.
I've been dealing with the guys for over 10 years.
I would still have to say Crash.
The NRL games. For those that know me, that's probably of no surprise.
Go the Roosters! Would have to be Gran Turismo, without a doubt.
Doom.
Ico, followed by Shadow of Colossus.
The original Civilization.
Probably goes back to the launch of some of the big hits, things like Doom, the Halos. You're just really seeing the Zeldas, the really big hits just crushing the market.
There's the opportunity to attend the annual gaming expo called E3.
My first #1 game, which was Sonic Mega Collection Plus on PS2, would you believe it, a couple of years ago, and that was just a really good feeling to have hit the top of the charts.
Yeah, no doubt. It'd have to be. Yeah, it'd have to be this one. The Spring Vendor Show 2001.
Early in the show, there was a guy that reportedly ate dog food, so to me, that's never going to be beaten. He ate a can of Pal dog food, I think it was, and hats off to that bloke.
There are so many moments over the 10 years that, in fact, I can't remember any of them because there were a lot of party moments and brain's getting a bit fuzzy.
The Saints Row Vendor Show a couple of years ago in Melbourne.
A 2-minute teaser trailer for Half-Life 2, and let me tell you, the room went nuts.
And some very interesting discussions after midnight at the bar with various buyers.
I can recall, actually, I think it was my first E3 and meeting with Sarah Dufour and I think it was you, Shane. So just prior to an appointment that we had with you, and Sarah being absolutely off her chops from the night before, so much so that she had to excuse herself to be sick.
Over the next 10 years, everybody's going to be playing games. Your mother, my grandfather, your uncle, everyone, man. I tell you, the world's going to stop because everyone's going to play games. There's going to be 450 EB stores in Sydney alone. I won't keep rambling on.
I think in 10 years' time, the industry will continue to follow trends of what we're seeing happening in China and also Korea, where there's a lot of online business happening.
10 years will be quite different, but the games will still be great, and I'm sure EB Games will still be selling.
Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Marathon 1 on the original Macintosh. The Metal Gear Solid series.
Alex Kidd.
GoldenEye.
Monkey Island.
Mary Kate and Ashley Sweet 16, for obvious reasons.
Operation Flashpoint will be alright up there.
Battlefield 2.
Battlefield. Mario Kart 64.
Guitar Hero 2.
Halo. Knights of the Old Republic.
Final Fantasy 7. Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter, played so many games of that.
Turok franchise, that's where it's at.
Has to be for me, Super Metroid.
Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Zelda A Link to the Past.
Forever.
Oblivion. GoldenEye. Halo.
Halo 3.
Scarface on Wii. It rocks.
The Resident Evil series.
I'd have to say World of Warcraft for that one.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft.
That would be Link from Zelda.
They modelled Gordon Freeman on me.
Gordon Freeman.
Probably Wonder Boy being, looking so studly in his loincloth.
Look, big fan of Lara Croft.
Master Chief, of course.
Solid Snake.
Tinkerbelly, who was my level 70 mage gnome.
Anybody who plays a Horde, I have an affection for.
Link.
Link?
Go with Link, I think.
Yoshi.
Probably Phoenix Wright.
Me in Oblivion.
Kirby Owens.
Mega Man.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Coltrane from Gears of War.
Master Chief.
Mickey, after you unlock him in Rocky, because there's nothing funnier than seeing an old bloke in a beanie and a singlet trying to beat the crap out of someone.
Cloud, he's awesome, he's cool, he's got a big sword, he kicks ass. Albert Wesker.
Sonic and Mario.
Mario.
You can't go past Mario.
Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64.
Nintendo 64.
360.
Xbox 360.
The Atari.
would have to be the Dreamcast.
Dreamcast?
Probably something like the Mega Drive era or SNES era, that type of thing. They were fantastic little units.
DS.
Wii.
The Commodore 64.
I'm a PC person.
PC.
Bit of a PC geek.
Big fan of the PC, always have been.
PCs are so much better than consoles.
The NES with Mario and Super Duck Hunt on the same cartridge.
PS2. There were so many games in there I liked. It was great.
Super Nintendo, without a doubt.
The Super Nintendo.
I do love my SNES.
Super Nintendo.
The Super Nintendo.
The Mega Drive.
I'm getting flashbacks to school. Yep. Sega versus Nintendo. Super Nintendo.
Metroid Prime on the Wii.
Probably about 2008.
Keen and Lynch or Mass Effect?
Little Big Planet and Rock Band.
Rock Band.
Assassin's Creed.
Heavenly Sword.
Wrath of the Lich King, World of Warcraft added.
World of Warcraft expansion pack, obviously.
Crisis.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Metal Gear Solid 4. Paris Hilton's One Night Only.
Duke Nukem Never. Forever.
Metroid Prime 3 Corruption.
Halo 3, I want to see it.
Have to be any SmackDown or Madden series.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Gran Turismo 5.
GTA 4.
Frontline Fuels of War or Call of Duty 4.
Call of Duty 4.
Call of Duty.
The Force Unleashed. You thought, wow, brought a lot of nuts out of the woodwork. Wait till you see what comes out for Star Wars.
Crisis Core on the PSP because it's Final Fantasy.
Resident Evil 5, without a doubt. Diablo 3.
Mario Galaxy. Mario in the Galaxy for me.
Just congratulations on your 10 vendor shows. Good luck with Christmas and next year, and see you on the show floor.
Just hats off, guys. Congratulations, and we look forward to doing more and more business with you.
Congratulations for the last 10 years, and look forward to another 10 years plus.
I just want to congratulate EB on reaching the 10-year milestone.
Congratulations, I wish you all the very best and thanks for some good years. Cheers.
Happy 10th anniversary to everyone at EB. My name's Dave Provan, and on behalf of everyone here at Bluemouth Interactive, I'd like to thank you for inviting us into your place to help celebrate such a great night. I remember 10 years ago, man, you guys have come, and the industry's come a long way for that matter. I remember Melissa, I remember Sarah DeFore, I remember Dan Cohen. The buyers are a totally different team nowadays, and 10 years ago I was working for a company called BMG Interactive. We had two main titles. One was Pandemonium, the other one was called Duck City. Duck City in particular still goes down in the last 10 years at least as probably one of the biggest dogs on earth, especially after you invest $2 million in marketing and then the department ends up going under 6 months later. So the industry's come a long way. You guys have come a long way. By far, you guys have dominance in the industry, and there's a reason for that. You are so well trained. You have a passion for what you do. You're always on top of the game, and you've obviously got the right trading partners in place. So have a great night tonight. Again, congratulations on the past 10 years. We look forward to spending the next 10 years with each and every one of you, and have a great night tonight. See you later.
It's been a magnificent 10 years of gaming, and it's been a magnificent 10 years of support from all of you. So thank you for the last 10 years, and here's to the next 10 years.
La musique,
Congratulations to EB Games. Right, if you would please join with me in a song. Right. Hello Mario. I'm gonna steal your suit. My name's Peter. It's me, Mario. Oh, who's this? Pika. Alright, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Amy. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Woo!
I've agreed to get all the zombies and dead people and anyone that can have any dance in them on the floor here, and we're going to perform Thriller for you. What do you reckon? I'm completely unprepared and we won't know what the frick we're doing, but here is a dance. We're going to party tonight because we're celebrating 10 years. So get your asses down here right now.